Good morning, everyone. It's Daniel Chin, the author of the Manifested Millionaire book. And today, I would like to talk about one of the secrets of life and success in life. And you've probably heard it many times before, but I would like to say it again. And most people don't really understand this concept. And it took me many years to really understand this when it comes to, working my way to achieving success. And it really is the secret to success. Believe it or not, it really is giving. And it sounds very simple, but when you study all of these very wealthy and successful people, the millionaires and the multi-billionaires, they have a principle or a concept when it comes to giving. And what does it really mean? Now, it really means giving value to others. And you have probably heard me said it before many times. And I'll probably, best illustrate the principle or this concept of giving. There's a great book called The Gogiver from Bob Burg. Very small book, which you can read very quickly. And there's 5 laws of stratospheric success. And it's mostly around being a go-giver, right? And not a go-taker in life. You got all these people, sometimes they just call you when they need something. You haven't heard from them, in a couple of months or a couple of years, and they call you out of the blue. And they don't even call and say, "Hi, Mr. Chin, how are you doing? How is your health? How is your family?" All they say is, "Hey, remember me," and what they need. That's the second thing they say. So, but this book is actually one of my favorite books, The Gogiver from Bob Burg. And in one of the laws which he said, the law of value, your true worth is determined by how much you give in value than you take in payment, right? And of course, there's the follow-up, the law of compensation. Your income is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. So you can see it's a big difference when you give to others. And you are probably thinking, okay, well, Mr. Chin, I don't got millions like you, or I don't got a lot of money, to give people. It ain't about giving money to people, right? It can be giving your time. It can be giving, friendly advice, if you, or relationship advice or something, or you giving some sort of value to others to make a difference in people's lives. Like, for example, every Thursday in Toastmasters, where we, practice public speaking, we give constructive and positive feedback to others to help others to learn and grow and become a more confident and better speaker. So that's one way of giving value to others. And anyone can also become an evaluator. You don't have to be an expert in order to evaluate someone or give them constructive feedback. So there's many ways you can give, right? When I started off in the real estate investing business, I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have a lot of resources or connections in the business. But today I do have a lot of connections in the business. But when I started off, what I had to give was my time, skills, such as I was building houses with Habitat for Humanity for 2 years, and I contributed my time, and it was also a passion of mine on, learning on how you build homes and etc. etc. So there's many ways you can contribute and you can give value to others and make a significant difference in other people's lives and a huge positive impact in other people's lives. And there's also another quote which I always say is, the more you when you give, the more you receive, and the more you receive, the more you can give, right? And it was said in one of in chapter 8 of the book, Give, and Give Again, in the Manifested Millionaire, right? And this is a very powerful chapter because, it not only can attract a lot more success in your life, but you're also changing and improving other people's lives, right? So you have to change the mindset from a taker to a giver. Not what's in it for me, but it's what's in it for them, right? It's not what can I get from others, it's what can I give to others. How can I help others? How can I serve others, right? And, and in return, of course, as mentioned in the book, Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill, you will be highly compensated for your services or the services you render. So it's very, it took me many years to understand this. And when it comes to making money, or how do you make money, how do you find clients, etc., etc. And another, quote I'd like to read from one of my favorite entrepreneurs, T. Boone Pickens. He was a billionaire oil tycoon in Texas. And in his book, The First Billion is the Hardest, right? Reflections on a life of comebacks in America's energy future. So this, how he thought was not how can I make 1 billion. He thought, how his thinking was, how can I give away 1 billion? And in his lifetime, until he, I believe, died at the age of 90 something, or 80, or short of 90 years old, he actually gave away $2 billion in his lifetime. And one of his favorite things in his book that I read, which I love very much, he said, I find that the more generous I am, the more I get in return, and the more I get in return, the more generous I am. So when you really think about, being generous, and of course staying humble as well, but the more generous you are, and really and truly, the more you get in return in life. And it can be very little things that you can be generous about. Like, for example, sometimes, I included the Manifested Millionaire pen as part of the purchase of the Manifested Millionaire book. And sometimes, people who call me, right, just to pick my brain in real estate investing, right, and I'm very, and they're very respectful of my time. Very generous, and of course that they're prepared, and it's not just a, meaningless conversation. It's very, they come prepared and they have really good questions. I give them my time. So there's many ways you can give your time, and that's one of, the things I really wanted to talk about, is how you are giving value to others and not what you are getting, right? So don't be a taker, be a giver in life, and that really is a secret to success. And believe it or not, you're going to attract a lot more success in your life, in whatever it is you're doing, your work, or whatever you're trying to, you're doing in your life. And you're going to have a lot more abundance and people, great people, right? Great people and successful people, hopefully in your life. So hopefully this video, means a lot and was meaningful to you. And please like and subscribe, and I'm happy to make more videos for you. So if there's one takeaway, right, think of one thing that you can give to others today when you are at your work or at home or whatever it is you're doing, right? And have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.